Hey everyone, just wanted to give a quick overview of what Gaintrust is all about. We're a fitness community headed by coaches, including myself, who have over a decade of experience in the gym. We provide workouts, demos, and a community of lifters to root each other on. It's a great time, and I hope you check it out. Without further ado, let's get to the podcast.
I think that's right, but it's also true, and it's a sad fact, but it's true. Like, I don't think we deserve the institutions.
Oh no,
we don't. We don't deserve them because number one is we didn't build them, and number two is like we have to go through a period of real. We have to go through a kind of taste-making period, if that makes sense, where we acclimate ourselves really to the history of art, to concepts of aesthetics, to sort of reacquaint ourselves with beauty. I mean, it was not always unknown to the right, strictly speaking,
yeah. Oh no.
In general.
Well, but it wasn't ever. Was it always ever called the left and right though? I mean, back then I think we had the luxury. Not back then. I'm talking about altered history. You had the luxury of having people with complex, multi-layered personalities. That I mean, I don't know for a fact, but that's. I'm wondering.
Yeah. I mean, look. I mean, Beethoven was a monarchist. I mean, it doesn't fit. I mean, he was. He was very supportive of Napoleon. I think also though that when we look back on this stuff, it's very, very hard to put some of this old stuff into the left-right box.
Yeah, because by that definition, Da Vinci would be LGBT.
Yeah. I mean, like none of this makes none of this makes sense. Read through a kind of early 21st century lens. But the bigger picture is that we just don't know what's good. And it seems like the right is kind of forever in this weird, warped world. And when I say the right, I don't mean the trad right. I mean like the mainstream right. I mean, I was just looking at these fucking awful ads that I forget which company is making. For these candidates where they're walking, the company that it's like
that's what I was hoping.
Like, yeah. They're always walking, and I just saw this one ad, and it was like this Texas guy who's Big Tim or Big John or Big whatever the fuck, and this ad was so cheesy, and it was talking down to people. And it's like, dude, like this is embarrassing. It's embarrassing for you to make this ad. But it's like, it's embarrassing that this is what you think, these people want. And, is there a certain segment of those people that want that? Yeah. I mean, sure. People have no class, but like,
I don't know, David, I don't know if you've ever had this thought, but there were times where I looked at MSNBC's, the overlay, I guess you'd call it, and their sets. And I would say to myself, why can't we have this? I say the same thing. I say the same thing. Why? It's because it's flat. It's because it's flat, and it's like, I'm sorry, fucking flat looks good. They have, you look at Fox, and it's just like eagles and fire, blah, 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 blah. It's just like, dude, this is a 3D floating Fox blue, very blue, like navy blue. It's like
navy blue, always the same color blue, and it's like one of the things that I like about about like the Tucker's show. His new show is like when he's doing his like Fox TV internet show or whatever, and he's talking having long conversations. He's doing it in like a wood cabin, and it's like, I don't like that look.
Oh, you don't like that?
I don't like that look personally, but you know what? At least it's not the fucking screaming eagles.
That's what I was gonna say. And even like the I don't like that either. It's like you could come up with something great for Tucker. Is an interesting guy.
Yeah. Did you read the interview he did with my buddy Max Raskin?
No, not
where he's talking about the Grateful Dead and all this stuff. And I mean, he's a huge deadhead.
Yeah.
And
he's a deadhead. So is Ann Coulter, I hear.
She is. And you listen to and he's like listening to like, you know, tuba and throat singing and stuff like that. I mean, he's not like, you know, he is you know, he's aesthetically much hipper than, you know, than most. But the right sort of creates this thing where they fetishize this utter cheese, and it's like, I don't know. I mean, part of it has to do with the fact that people don't really think about it, or they think that anything that doesn't look cheesy and crappy and like, you know, Guns, America, Bacon, you know, whatever is like, you know, some, you know, fairy shit.